Yeah, I don't want to be a stereotypical anime. Oh! Oh, I just realized what these were!
What are they?
Zoom in really close. Now, enhance. Get close. Get closer. You see that? It's a fucking turtle.
Oh, what the hell?
It's a turtle.
Yeah?
It's a land sea turtle. Is it a land sea turtle or is it a sea land turtle?
It now makes sense why the name of the creature is Amber Turtle. Oh, hey Merc, focus in on the top left. Where's this Amber Turtle?
Maybe we should ever actually read what they're weak against. I need to be using fire.
I've got fire as well. I've got fire on deck.
Light them. Light that bitch.
Strike!
Oh, take my fire! Firebolt!
Spit hot fire.
I would like to spit some hot fire.
Here, I'll do a real one. Okay. Sylphin? Sylphin? Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I guess I would say Sylvan, but yeah, I guess it is Sylphin. Yeah, it is Sylphin.
Ha! Sylphin whip. There you go. I did it.
Yay.
Are you proud of me, Dad?
Yay. Papa's happy.
Sean, are you proud of me? This is what I've become.
I'll make sure he sees that moment.
I'm the real anime now. There you go. Fire that man.
Oh, I was gonna clock up.
Oh, that's fair. Wait, does Estelle still have fire? Estelle still has fire, right?
I do not remember. I don't think so, actually.
You son of a bitch. You gave me fire only to take it away from me. Why have you done this? I'll never forgive you.
You'll get over it.
Never. Not this time. Not like this. Why did... Oh, I was gonna say, why did the critical do less damage than the actual attack?
Oh, Joshua, take this. Cock up.
Olivier, do you want to get fired?
Oh.
Do you want me to kill you?
I'm sorry, could you use some cock as well?
Joshua, suck my dick.
I've been through enough dick for this lifetime.
No, Joshua can only suck my dick. Uh-oh. It's weirdly enough was doing the... I don't know why that keeps happening. It's so weird.
Let's just power through this. Don't worry about this fight. We're just gonna skip past this one.
I hated that.
Yeah, that was gross.
Oh god, I'm getting flashbacks, Jackson.
To the war?
Jackson, I'm getting flashbacks.
What are you getting flashbacks to?
Front mission 4.
Oh no! 6% chance to dodge.
6% chance to... Fuck.
Oh my god.
I'm glad that you're going, like, at fast speed and things are just going poorly.
Yeah,
this is like...
Oh fuck. What the hell?
This is the quickest way to hell I've ever seen.
The road to hell is paved with something. Olivier's dead. God damn it.
We actually have to be serious now, I guess.
No, we don't. Fuck.
I just liked that. That was really good.
God damn it, Olivier!
No, this is the way it was meant to be. This is the party finally coming to its senses and saying Olivier needs to die.
Right.
Olivier, your time is up.
Everyone's just like, oh man, did that confusion suck or what? Man, I'm sorry.
God.
I'm so sorry, Olivier, that I did that to you. I hope you can forgive me.
Actually, Estelle? Yeah? Why did you... good job healing our party member. Nothing from Dracula? Dracula?
Good hustle, guys.
Good work. It looks like you managed to achieve your objective. Come back again if you can clean my poo!
Now!
Damn it.
You know, Arthur said the mark of good, the mark of... That was a phrase. The mark of good improv is to not shut down the other person you're doing improv with.
That's true. That is absolutely true.
I just think that's a funny joke.
Which joke?
Oh, just saying, instead of actually rolling with it, just going, no.
Oh, yeah. It is true, though. That is because for a while, now I'm getting into lecture 2, but this one's much, much shorter. For a long time, when we first started acting and started improv, we're told to never deny, because, yeah, the thing is, if somebody comes up with an idea, don't just say no, don't just turn down the idea, but you can say yes and or no but. Like, eventually, if you don't like the idea, but you also, like, have a pretty good one, or you want to add to it, be like, yes and that, or no but this, and that keeps the flow. Because if you just say no and then stop, then you've, fucked over you and the other actor.
I just think it's funny to be an asshole.
No.
See, and that's the thing is, strange, like, weirdly enough, I find that I have the lightest discipline in all of this, but it was just always something I enjoyed doing. I liked acting, I liked being expressive, but I never got an opportunity in high school like you guys did. Like, I didn't go out and do acting. I don't think I took even any sort of drama. And I told my brother, hey, do it. You don't know if you'll like it, because I certainly did regret not doing drama in school. I feel like this kind of thing is something I really enjoy. So. Yeah,
no, I love this. This is, whether or not this gets 1 view or 1 billion views, I enjoy this. And
now for my tangent of the day, my point is for anything that I've done, I'm not doing this because I'm doing this because I want to share something first, not because I'm like, yeah, we'll get so fucking famous. Let's get fucking famous, guys. We just fucking every day, bro. You gotta fucking we gotta get on that hustle game, man. We're just gonna get so big, and I don't care. Actually, like, it's something that I want to share. It's something that I enjoy doing and I enjoy giving. So being able to provide content is always something I've liked to do since I was a kid. And the fact that I can make something of this is an opportunity that I can't ignore. So it's more just like, hey, if we're going somewhere, why not just ride this puppy? Why not just ride this puppy dog all the way down shit creek? I could have made that a little bit better of a metaphor.
Nope, you could. That's the best it could ever be. Oh, man. But I feel you, though, because, like, as it is, it's cool if... I mean, I like performing. I like acting. I realized at some point, I really don't think I'd ever want to do, like, television acting. Not because I think I'd be, like, super duper pooper terrible at it. But I don't know. I like the idea of just being a voice behind the scenes kind of thing.
They have a name for that, Jackson. They have a name for that.
Box man. Box voice man.
I was gonna try to make a really condescending joke about voice acting, but you beat me to it.
So if I haven't told the Eric Vale story, this is another tangent. We're not getting through anything tonight. I met Eric Vale, who's the voice of Future Trunks, and he had some really cool stories. The coolest, or one of the cool ones, was that he, when he started out, when he did voice acting, it didn't really pay the bills all the way. So he's like delivering pizzas up in like Denton, Texas, and for the first year, like, he was doing the voice of Future Trunks from Dragon Ball Z, and also delivering pizzas at the same time. That's pretty humbling. You
just gotta do what you gotta do.
Right? And it's one of those crazy experiences when, like, you open up the door and they're like, hey, thanks for the pizzas, I gotta get back to my show, and then you look in the background, they're watching Dragon Ball Z, and it's like, that's me! It was a really cool Q&A. He was open to a lot of questions, and it was almost like a conversation. And I'd asked him at one point, I was like, so, do you like being famous? And he's just like, not really. I'm like, oh, really? Why is that? And he's like, I don't like being grocery store famous. And he said to me, he's like, okay. He looked at me, he's like, what's your name? And I was like, my name's Jackson. He's like, what do you do for a living? I'm like, software development. He's like, Cool, Jackson from software development. Cool. So imagine, he says to me, he's like, imagine you're in the grocery store and you just finished a long day's work. You just want to go home, but you got to drop by the grocery store. You go in, you get your milk, your bread, your eggs, and then somebody comes up to you and they're like, "Whoa, Jackson from software? Do you remember that thing that you made back in 2003?" And which painted a really good picture to me, which was A, you're right, I don't want to be grocery store famous, and B, whenever we see something really cool in anime, or like a really like amazing scene, honestly, the weird thing is that's just a work day in their life. Like, that's just a Tuesday for them. So when it's like the coolest thing we've ever seen, they've had an entire like 15-year career between that scene and you meeting them and asking, "Hey, do you remember that scene?"
And I mean, that's something that if I ever went out to a convention or something and like saw someone who was famous, I'd just actually be honest with them. I'd be like, "Hey, you did a lot of good work. I appreciate what you've done." I'm not going to be like, "Wow, you did that thing," like, because they're being from the standpoint of creating things. It's like, no, they're still fucking people. They're not like, or at least I can't speak for everyone, so I'm not going to say they're all like that. Like, maybe there is a couple that was like, yeah, I did that thing, and it was like all fucking exciting and shit. But like, no, like, you know, just be like, ask them like how, I don't know, like, that's hard. It's hard to think about because I don't want to be the stereotypical like, "Oh, where'd you come up with your ideas and stuff?" And like, I want to treat them like people. I'd want to treat them like people because that's what they are, and I'm sure that's what they want to be treated like. Because making something doesn't make you more special, I guess, if that makes sense. In the sense of most people who create things are still people. Like they still have really normal human behaviors and are just people like anything else, and idolizing them isn't really all that appealing. Like, to put them on a pedestal like that, I'm sure they really don't like it. So I would really rather just not, because again, I think they would rather prefer to be known as people than as the voices they've done, you know.
And there's a mixed bag with that one, because I know that like really famous people like Vic Mignogna, the voice of Edward Elric, you know, some people are just like, "Man, I've done more than one role, like I'm not just always Vegeta." But Vic Mignogna actually, like, I think he really loves his role, or loved his role as Edward Elric, because every now and then people will ask him like about Full Metal Alchemist, and he seems to really enjoy talking about it. So he's somebody that like really will go back and be like, "Yeah, no, that's a great series. I'm glad that people are getting into it." And so it's a mixed bag. I mean, just as an example of even to subvert it, I would, if I ever met Spike Spiegel, Steve Bloom,
if I ever met Steve Bloom, I'd say, "Hey, you're Steve Bloom. I really liked your work in Ace Combat," because I'm sure he never hears, well, I'm sure he hears a lot more "Wow, you're from Cowboy Bebop" than he hears "Wow, you're from Ace Combat."
Yeah, "Wow, you're from Cowboy Bebop," "Wow, you're from Big O," "Wow, you're from Naruto," "Wow, you're from Ben 10. No, seriously, he did like a bajillion and a half roles from Ben 10. I watched an audio reel of, anyway.